So Neural made a new plugin that's primarily aimed at funk and jazz, but I'm a stupid gent kid who can't play real instruments, so I just decided to plug an H string into it and see what happened. The Archetype series by Neural DSP has had 4 iterations, including this one. The previous 3 were more focused at metal and progressive and more rock tones. The Archetype Cory Wong is Neural's first venture into plugins that are primarily aimed at clean tones. For those of you who don't know who Cory Wong is, he's an American songwriter and producer who primarily plays funk and jazz. And his signature plugin with Neural is really aimed at creating that sort of spanky, jangly, clean sound that you associate with funk. Now, as you saw earlier, this thing is by no means a one-trick pony. It has 3.5 different amps to choose from. I say 3.5 because the third amp, the Tube Snob, has a drive channel as well as a clean channel. It has a preamp pedal section which has 4 pedals total, 2 drive pedals, a compressor, and a sort of envelope wah. It also has a dedicated wah section which you can plug a MIDI controller into and control it like that, or it has an auto wah function if you don't have one. It has 3 amps, 3 different cabs, an EQ section for each of them, and a post-effects section which has a reverb with a shimmer mode on it and a delay. So the first amp is the DI amp, which is a very clean, transparent sort of amp with a bunch of different features to really shape what frequencies you're working with. This works well for guitar and for bass. The second amp, the Clean Machine, sort of does what it says in the title. It's a very bright, jangly, clean amp that you can get some nice spanky clean tones out of. The Tube Snob is a bit darker than the Clean Machine, not quite as jangly or spanky. But the real selling point of the third amp is that it has a drive channel on it, which lets you go from some slightly broken up lead tones to some pretty high gain settings. The post-amp effects in this plugin are my favorite out of any Neural plugin, and that's mostly because of the shimmer effect on the reverb. That combined with the delay can get you some really nice ambient sounds. So obviously this is a bit of a different plugin for Neural. They're known for making their higher gain metal guitar plugins and bass plugins, but I'm really a fan of this plugin. I think it does clean better than any other plugin by Neural and any other plugin that I've tried, honestly. It really covers the entire range of clean sounds through to crunch sounds, from super dry, transparent clean sounds all the way to crunch and overdrive. And as I said earlier, the effects loop in this really captures a lot of the spacey ambient tones that you hear in modern progressive music as well. I'd say that if you like Neural's previous products and are a bit hesitant about this one, I'd say still give it a shot. There's a free 2-week trial that you can get on their website, and you might be surprised with it. I certainly was surprised at the variety of tones that came out of this thing and how good the cleans were. If you like the music, you can find links to my band in the description below. And if you liked the video, remember to subscribe and let me know in the comments if there's anything that you'd want to see me demo on this channel. Have a good one, guys.